Hello, I'm Daniel, and welcome to the Emunah Project. We here at the Emunah Project are continuing in our series of videos with respect to Emunah, trust in God, education, explanation, inspiration. And I want to tell you a story I recently heard at my friend's son's bar mitzvah reception. He told this story of when he was a young man, a yeshiva boy in Israel. And this guy is a Chabadnik. He's a member of Lubavitch. And one of the things that the yeshiva boys do is they go around to office buildings and stop people, men on the street, and ask, have you put on tefillin today? Well, there was this one office building that he and his friend went into, and there was like a security guard. And every day, have you put on tefillin today? The guy said, no, I don't want to do it. Fine, thank you very much. The next day, weeks and weeks. And finally they go to him and they say, good morning, have you put on tefillin today? Would you like to put on tefillin today? And the guy said, I will never, ever put on tefillin. It's disgusting. And the kid said, why? He says, I was in Auschwitz. And there was a man there who had snuck in a pair of tefillin. And in my barracks, there were maybe 200 men. And the guy said, I will let you put on these tefillin if you give me half of your water ration or half of your bread ration. These are people who have nothing. They're starving. They're being worked to death. And this guy was basically selling the opportunity to wear tefillin. The man went on to say, 200 men, 150 men would line up in the morning, give half of what little water they have, half of what little bread that they have for the opportunity to put on tefillin for 1 minute to say the Shema. He says, man is now telling the yeshiva boys, this was disgusting, this is appalling. If this is what it is to be a religious Jew, I don't want anything to do with it, never ask me again. The boys were shaken at the story. They couldn't believe it. They went to their yeshiva, they went to their rabbinical school, talked to their mashgiach, talked to their head of the school, their leader, their counselor, to help them deal with this. A week or so later, they're back at the office building. Again, they asked the man, would you like to put on tefillin? He says, I told you, don't ask me again. And the boy said to him, you know, your story stuck with us. And he says, I've been thinking about little else, my friend said, for the last 2 weeks. And I never went to the Holocaust, through the Holocaust, my friend said. I can't criticize people, I can't comment on it. But the one thing I will make a comment about today is that you focus on that one man, that one person who took a little water, a little bread, what little they have, which to them was everything, for tefillin. You concentrate on that one guy, but you seem to overlook the 150, the 200 men who would give up half of their tiny little food, half of their crust of bread, half of their tiny little glass of water, just for the opportunity to put on tefillin for 1 minute of their hellish existence in the death camps, in the concentration camps. He says, you look at the weakness of that one evil man, but you overlook the saintliness, the holiness, the kedusha, the holiness of these 150, 200 men who would give up virtually everything they had just to put on tefillin for a minute. Again, I can't criticize people who are in the Holocaust, I can't comment, they went through hell. But it's just an observation. Have a good Shabbos, have a nice day. They come back another week. Same office building, same guy. Good morning, how are you? Have you put on tefillin today? Would you like to put on tefillin? And the man said, yes, I'll put on tefillin. So, in the depths of despair, in the depths of hell, even when people are at their worst, we can look at the goodness of people. We can look at the holiness of some people. And this should give us inspiration. This should give us hope. And this should give us faith and trust in God. Because in this Gehenna, in this horrible hell, one person may have been wicked, but the majority had God on their minds, God in their hearts, and their obligation to the Creator at the very core of their being. We're going to be doing more videos along this line. Please come back. Please watch. Please learn. I hope you're finding them. Inspirational. I hope you're finding them of some use. Until next time, on behalf of the Emunah Project, I'm Daniel, and thank you too much.